What does it mean to be your own hero? This question might seem simple at first, but it holds profound significance, especially as we navigate the journey of life. We often look outside ourselves for heroes, figures who inspire us, protect us, or guide us. We admire their strength, courage, and wisdom. But what if I told you that the most powerful hero you could ever have is the one staring back at you in the mirror? In a world filled with superheroes, celebrities, and icons, we tend to place our trust and hope in others. We look for role models, waiting for someone to show us the way or save us from difficult situations. But the truth is, the most lasting and meaningful victories come from within. The real strength lies in the promises we make to ourselves and the dedication we have to fulfilling them. When we learn to honor our own commitments, we begin to unlock a well of strength and resilience that is far more enduring than the fleeting inspiration we get from external figures. Being your own hero is about becoming the person you can rely on. It's about building a life where your word to yourself means something, where your actions align with your deepest desires and values. It's in the daily, consistent efforts to show up for yourself, even when the world around you might not expect it. True personal growth comes not from waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect mentor, but from taking action, no matter how small, and staying true to the promises you make to yourself. This journey is not about waiting for others to define your path or waiting for life to get easier. It's about stepping up, looking within, and becoming the person who stands up for their own goals, dreams, and well-being. In this script, we'll explore how fulfilling your own promises is the foundation of personal growth and how, through self-commitment, you become your own hero. Making a promise to yourself goes far beyond setting a personal goal. It is a commitment that solidifies a bond of trust between you and your inner self. When you promise yourself to take care of your health, pursue a passion, or simply make time for yourself, you are declaring that you value your own well-being. It is an act of self-respect that says, "I am worth the time, effort, and energy I am investing." It reflects a deep understanding of your own potential, recognizing that you deserve the same care and attention that you might give to others. However, when we break promises to ourselves, the emotional impact can be profound. It's often easier to forgive others for their shortcomings or failures, but it's much more difficult to forgive ourselves when we fall short. Each broken promise chips away at our sense of trust in ourselves, eroding the belief that we can follow through on our intentions. Over time, this creates a pattern of disappointment where we no longer feel reliable or worthy of our own goals. The cycle of guilt and regret can lead to self-doubt, making it harder to find motivation for the next step. When you reflect on past promises that you failed to keep, how did you feel afterward? Defeated? Frustrated? Perhaps even ashamed? These emotions, when left unchecked, accumulate and impact our sense of self-worth. On the other hand, when we honor our promises, we begin to build a foundation of inner strength. There is a unique satisfaction in knowing that you have the ability to follow through on your commitments. This consistency boosts self-esteem, instilling a sense of pride in ourselves. Each time we fulfill a promise, we affirm our own capability and reliability. Over time, these small victories accumulate, and our confidence deepens. We start to recognize that we are not only capable of setting goals, but also of achieving them. This realization has a profound effect on our view of ourselves. It empowers us to take control of our own lives and trust in our abilities to shape our future. Fulfilling promises to ourselves is not just about achieving specific goals, it is about reinforcing a belief in our own worthiness. Every time we fulfill a promise, whether it's a personal goal or a commitment to self-care, we send a message to our subconscious: I am trustworthy, I am capable, and I deserve the effort I put in. These promises, when kept, build resilience. For example, committing to a healthier lifestyle or choosing to invest time in a hobby might seem small on the surface, but they demonstrate that we are willing to show up for ourselves. even when the world around us may not be expecting it. With each promise we fulfill, our confidence in our ability to make positive changes grows stronger. This ripple effect expands into every area of our lives. When we consistently honor our commitments, we align our actions with our values, and this alignment brings authenticity into our lives. We begin to build a life that reflects who we truly are. Our external world starts to mirror the integrity of our internal world. If you've ever made a promise to be more present with your loved ones, for example, and followed through on it, you might notice a deeper connection with those around you. This alignment allows us to start living more intentionally with a clearer sense of purpose. The process of fulfilling promises also has the power to transform the way we approach challenges. When we face setbacks or difficulties, our ability to rely on our past successes gives us the confidence to keep going. Each promise kept becomes a stepping stone, building resilience and fortitude. Instead of succumbing to the weight of failure, we learn to view each obstacle as an opportunity to reinforce our commitment to ourselves. Ultimately, the act of making and fulfilling promises to yourself is a cornerstone of personal growth. It helps to establish self-reliance and fosters a deep sense of trust in your own ability to navigate life. By recognizing the importance of self-commitment, we unlock the true power of growth both in our personal and external lives. Through small, everyday actions, we prove to ourselves that we have the strength and discipline to create the life we desire. Each promise you fulfill not only enhances your sense of self but also shapes your reality, one small act of commitment at a time. When we think of heroes, we often imagine someone who performs a grand, heroic act, a person who saves the day with a single act of brilliance or overcomes impossible odds in an instant. In reality, the most lasting and transformative heroes aren't those who make sudden, dramatic changes, but those who show up consistently, day in and day out. The real power lies in the small, incremental steps we take, repeated over time. These seemingly minor actions build momentum, and over time they lead to profound transformation. The key to personal growth and success is breaking down large goals into small, manageable steps. When we focus on taking consistent, small actions, we make success not only achievable but sustainable. At first, a single step might seem insignificant, but the true impact comes from the cumulative effect of those steps. Think of it like a drop of water constantly wearing down a rock. Alone, a single drop might seem powerless, but over time that steady drip creates deep, lasting change. The more consistent the action, the stronger the momentum becomes. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, you might be tempted to overhaul your entire lifestyle in one dramatic change. However, a more effective approach is to start small. You could begin by drinking more water each day or taking short walks after dinner. These small, sustainable changes gradually build healthier habits, and over time they compound into a complete transformation. With each step, you reinforce your self-discipline, and you begin to see progress without overwhelming yourself. These consistent efforts help you not only achieve your health goals, but also build the inner strength to stay the course. The same principle applies when learning a new skill, such as picking up a foreign language. Instead of trying to become fluent in a few weeks, commit to studying for just 20 minutes a day. At first, it may seem like you're not making much progress, but over time, those 20-minute sessions add up. As the days, weeks, and months pass, your language skills grow steadily. It's the cumulative effect of consistent, small efforts that leads to proficiency, not a sudden burst of effort. Consistency also plays a vital role in emotional growth. Often we set out to improve how we treat ourselves or to build better emotional resilience, but this doesn't happen overnight. Emotional growth is a journey that requires small, everyday actions. For example, if your goal is to be kinder to yourself, start by incorporating small acts of self-compassion into your daily routine. Reflecting on your thoughts each day or setting aside time to practice gratitude can slowly shift your mindset, allowing you to treat yourself with more patience and care. These daily practices build an inner strength that helps you face challenges with more grace and resilience. Being your own hero isn't about making a big splash or waiting for a breakthrough moment. It's about showing up consistently and continuing to take small steps, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The true power of this approach lies in the discipline to stay committed to your goals, regardless of how long it takes. There will be days when the progress feels slow, or when you wonder if the effort is worth it. But each time you choose to show up for yourself, you're reinforcing your commitment to personal growth and self-improvement. Over time, those small actions build the momentum needed to create lasting change. In the end, the path to transformation is built on consistency. It's not about perfection or grand gestures, but about the quiet, steady effort that leads to profound results. By taking small steps and showing up for yourself every day, you gradually unlock your own potential, creating the life you want to live. Self-doubt is perhaps the greatest enemy we face when it comes to keeping promises to ourselves. It is easy to believe that we're not capable of achieving our goals, or that the obstacles standing in our way are too big to overcome. These doubts are often fueled by the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the pervasive feeling that we are not good enough. We may hear that inner voice telling us, "You're not strong enough to do this," or "What if I fail?" These doubts can become so overwhelming that they paralyze us, preventing us from taking any action toward fulfilling our promises. However, it's important to recognize that every hero faces challenges. What makes someone heroic isn't the lack of obstacles, but the ability to push through those obstacles despite the fear, uncertainty, or difficulty. Heroes don't always have it easy, they're just incredibly skilled at persevering. Heroes stumble, fail, and experience setbacks, but they keep going. They don't let the fear of failure stop them. It's this quality of resilience, the ability to rise after every fall, that defines a hero. One of the most common fears that stop us from fulfilling our promises to ourselves is the fear of failure. This fear often holds us back from trying in the first place, or causes us to abandon our efforts when we don't see immediate results. However, what if we changed our perspective on failure? What if, instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, we saw it as a necessary part of the journey, a stepping stone that gets us closer to our goals? In truth, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every time we try and fail, we gain valuable lessons and insights that we didn't have before. It's the process of learning from failure, adjusting our course, and trying again that builds resilience and strengthens our ability to keep moving forward. For example, let's say you've promised yourself to improve your health by exercising more, but after a few days you miss a workout. Instead of giving up and telling yourself, "I failed, I'm never going to succeed," you can choose to view that setback as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what prevented me from keeping my promise? Was I too tired, too busy, or did I not plan my time effectively? Once you reflect, you can adjust your plan for the next day, perhaps by setting a more realistic goal or prioritizing your exercise in a different way. Every small act of resilience like this strengthens your ability to push through future challenges. What you learn from each failure can guide you to success. It's not the mistakes themselves that define you, it's how you respond to them. Will you let them defeat you, or will you use them as lessons to become stronger? This shift in mindset from seeing failure as an enemy to viewing it as a tool for growth allows you to move forward with confidence. Another challenge we often face in keeping promises to ourselves is the pressure from external sources, whether it's from family, friends, society, or even our own internalized expectations. People might have different ideas about what we should prioritize or how we should spend our time. The desire to meet others' expectations can make us question our own worth and our ability to keep promises to ourselves. You might hear, "Why are you focusing on that? Why don't you do what everyone else is doing?" This kind of pressure can create self-doubt, making us question our goals and whether they are valid. It's easy to become influenced by the opinions of others and lose sight of what truly matters to us. But being your own hero means staying true to your own goals and values, even when others might not understand or support them. Imagine you've made a promise to yourself to take better care of your health, but your family or friends encourage you to eat unhealthy foods or skip your workout for social reasons. While it's important to maintain relationships, it's also crucial to prioritize your own well-being. Instead of succumbing to external pressures, remind yourself of why you made the promise in the first place. It's for your health, your future, and your own happiness. Being your own hero means staying strong in your commitments, even when others may not agree. Your personal goals are a reflection of your values, and they deserve to be respected, even by those closest to you. This doesn't mean that you should ignore the people around you, but rather that you should learn to set boundaries and make decisions that align with your long-term goals. If you value health and wellness, for instance, stand firm in that decision. Over time, your consistency and commitment will demonstrate to others that your promises to yourself are serious, and they will learn to respect those boundaries. The true key to overcoming self-doubt, external pressures, and challenges is resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but about developing the strength to continue moving forward in the face of adversity. Life will always present challenges, some small, others large, but it is how we respond to these challenges that shapes our journey. Heroes are not defined by their lack of struggles, but by their ability to push through, learn, and adapt. Resilience is the quality that allows us to continue striving toward our goals, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. This is why building resilience is crucial to being your own hero. When you learn to face challenges head-on, you create a kind of inner strength that makes you unstoppable. Each time you rise after a setback, you reinforce your self-belief and prove to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. Resilience also comes from taking ownership of your actions. When you make a promise to yourself, you become responsible for seeing it through. This responsibility empowers you to tackle obstacles with determination. No one else can do this for you, and no one else can fulfill your promises but you. When you commit to a goal and face challenges along the way, you strengthen not only your self-reliance but also your confidence in your ability to navigate whatever life throws at you. The most transformative aspect of overcoming challenges is the inner strength you build. When you make a promise to yourself and follow through, no matter how small the step, you send a powerful message to your subconscious: I can do this. This inner affirmation is crucial for personal growth. It strengthens your self-belief and builds a foundation of self-reliance that empowers you in every area of life. When we break promises to ourselves, we weaken that trust. Self-doubt creeps in, making us question our abilities. But every time we honor our commitments, we rebuild that trust. Think about the times when you followed through on a goal. How did it make you feel? Empowered? Proud? Those positive feelings reinforce your ability to keep moving forward, even in the face of difficulties. This newfound confidence doesn't stay confined to the goal you are working toward. It expands to all areas of your life. Whether it's in your relationships, your career, or your personal growth, the inner strength you develop from fulfilling your promises empowers you to show up fully in every aspect of life. In relationships, for example, the more you commit to being reliable and consistent with yourself, the more you can show up for others. In your career, your ability to follow through on promises creates a reputation of trustworthiness, opening doors to more opportunities. By consistently fulfilling promises, you not only improve your own life but also inspire those around you. Your actions, no matter how small, create a ripple effect. When others see you consistently showing up for yourself, it encourages them to do the same. You become a role model for integrity, resilience, and self-reliance. Being your own hero is not about avoiding difficulties or being immune to setbacks. It's about embracing them, learning from them, and pushing forward with greater resilience and determination. When you face your doubts and challenges, you build strength and confidence that will carry you through life. You don't need to wait for a moment of greatness. Greatness is built in the small, everyday acts of resilience. So, take ownership of your promises, push through your doubts, and rise stronger each time you face a challenge. Being your own hero is not just possible, it's your most powerful choice. Practical steps to start fulfilling promises. Now that we've established the importance of fulfilling promises and the inner strength it can build, how do you start? It's easy to feel inspired by the idea of being your own hero, but making it a reality requires actionable steps. The following guidelines will help you start this transformative journey today. 1. Set realistic goals. The first step to fulfilling any promise is to set realistic and achievable goals. Break down your larger promises into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, if you've promised to get healthier, instead of committing to a drastic lifestyle change, start by committing to a 10-minute walk every day. Small, consistent actions are easier to integrate into your daily routine and will provide the motivation you need to continue. 2. Create a plan. Once you've set your goals, outline a clear plan for how to achieve them. This should include specific tasks, deadlines, and milestones. When your goal is broken down into concrete actions, it becomes less overwhelming and more attainable. For example, if you've promised to improve your skills at work, make a plan that includes learning a new tool or technique every week. Write it down, make it visible, and track your progress. 3. Track your progress. Monitoring your progress is crucial to maintaining motivation and staying on track. Use a journal, a calendar, or a digital app to track your progress daily or weekly. Keeping a record will not only help you stay accountable, but also allow you to see how far you've come. It's a great way to celebrate small wins, and it keeps you motivated when challenges arise. 4. Reflect on past promises. Take a moment to reflect on past promises you've made to yourself. What lessons have you learned? Have there been patterns of success or areas where you fell short? Reflection helps you understand your strengths and areas for improvement. It's not about beating yourself up for past failures, but about understanding how you can approach future commitments more effectively. 5. Be flexible but committed. Life happens, and sometimes things don't go as planned. If you miss a step or fall off track, don't see it as a failure. Instead, acknowledge it and adjust your approach. Flexibility is key to long-term success. The key is to stay committed to your overall goal, even if you need to make adjustments along the way. Remember, the journey of fulfilling promises is a process, not a destination. Every small step you take is a victory, and every time you follow through, you build more strength and confidence. This process is what ultimately turns you into the hero of your own story. Being your own hero is a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, resilience, and a deep commitment to yourself. It's not about waiting for a grand moment to prove your worth. It's about showing up every day, honoring your promises, and trusting in your ability to overcome challenges. The road to becoming your own hero isn't always smooth, and you may face setbacks along the way. But remember, each promise you keep strengthens your self-belief and resilience. With every step, you build the confidence to navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. And as you grow stronger, you not only change your own life but inspire others to do the same. In the end, the power to shape your destiny lies in your hands. Through the promises you keep to yourself, you create the life you want to live. You are your own hero not because you're perfect, but because you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Every single day, you hold the ultimate power to shape your future through the promises you make and, more importantly, the promises you keep. So step forward, be your own hero, and start today. If you found this video helpful and empowering, make sure to subscribe and join our journey toward personal growth. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's keep moving forward, one promise at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Short. Being your own hero starts with one simple thing: keeping the promises you make to yourself. It's easy to look outside for inspiration, but true strength comes from within. When you commit to your goals, whether big or small, and consistently show up, you build confidence, resilience, and self-reliance. Challenges and setbacks will come, but how you face them defines you. You don't need a cape, just your determination. Remember, every promise you keep makes you stronger. So step up and be the hero of your own story. You've got this. Subscribe for more inspiration.